everyone! Welcome to An Labaho Vlog Random Talk Podcast. So let's talk about everything under the sun. Happy listening! My very first Random Talk podcast for you mga ka-ALV is US Memorial Day. Today, Monday, May 29th, 2023 is US Memorial Day. So I personally picked the US Memorial Day as my first topic because it's not relevant to all of us, especially if we reside in the Philippines. However, this is one of the big holidays in US. And I'm sure not all of us are familiar with this US holiday. However, good thing there is for those who are working in BPO or call center like me, virtual assistant who has actually clients in US, or if you have family member in US, you have a grasp or you know exactly how valuable this holiday in US. So first, of course, let me share with you, or I want you to know and understand what is Memorial or US Memorial Day. Because, especially us who are actually grown up or who lived here in the Philippines, this kind of holidays in other countries we're not fully aware of. So same with them. All of our holidays, they're not really familiar about it. So according to my Google research, thanks Google, Memorial Day is a federal holiday in the United States. This is for honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the United States of America or United States of Armed Forces. So normally it is observed on the last Monday of May. So this is actually the last Monday of May for 2023. So that's the reason why they celebrated it in May 20 on today, May 29. And if you would like to ask me, when did this happen? So this is actually from 1868 to 1970. So Memorial Day also, guys, is meant to honor and remember the men and women who gave their ultimate sacrifice and died fighting for U.S. freedom. And while they honor the fallen, of course, it's important to also remember the complexities of grief. So the grief for those who are left behind, like their family, it's pretty crucial for them that we have also to acknowledge them. And I got here a very first question. It's actually asking, is Memorial Day a big holiday in US? I would say yes. Aside from Thanksgiving, if you're familiar with Thanksgiving and Veterans Day, this is also, guys, a very big holiday for them. Since it's a federal holiday, just like if we are going to have a holiday here in the Philippines, all non-essential government offices are closed, and even schools, businesses, and other organizations. And most public transit systems do not run on their regular schedule. So normally here in the Philippines, if we have actually a big holiday like April, right? Good Friday, we don't have any public transportation, especially LRT and MRT. So, and many people see the Memorial Day weekend as an opportunity to go on short vacation or even visit their family and friends. So the normal reactions of us, guys, if we have holiday, sorry for that, we want to spend more time with our family, and if your pocket permits, then definitely you can have a vacation as well. And you might wonder, of course, why is it originally celebrated yearly every 30th day of May? So you might wonder why. They can pick other days, but why is it May the 30th? This is what I've got from my research, guys, that Major General John A. Logan declared it should be May 30th. It is believed that the date was chosen because flowers would be in bloom on all over the country. So since there are a lot of flowers everywhere, so definitely it will be a great day also to celebrate. Because normally if we go to our families, if we visit our family actually in the cemetery, what we're doing today is we bring flowers, right? So if there is a lot of flowers, definitely a good day also to celebrate this one, to commemorate, of course. And this is the first large observance was held in the Arlington National Cemetery across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. So this is the first celebration that they made. And normally, guys, you would ask me, is there any specific time that, you need to celebrate this kind of honoring? The Congress actually, based on my research, the Congress by Public Law of 106 to 579 has also designated 3 p.m. U.S. time, okay? 3 p.m. U.S. time on that day as time for all Americans to observe in their own way the National Moment of Remembrance. So every 3 p.m., every last Monday of May. And you might wonder, guys, because they are celebrating also Veterans Day, right? So you might wonder, what's the difference between Memorial Day and the Veterans Day? I think they're all pretty the same. Actually, the difference between them are, I would say side one, okay? The difference between them is U.S. Memorial Holiday. This holiday honors military personnel who died service of their country, particularly those who died in the battle or as a result of wounds sustained in the battle. If you remember earlier, I told you guys this is specifically from 1868 to 1970. So if you definitely one of your family members died and fought and they are in service, that's where we at when it comes to U.S. Memorial Day. However, for U.S. Veterans Day, one also of the big holiday in U.S., this holiday honors everyone who has served in the military, whether or not they served in wartime or died in the battle. So if the difference between them, the U.S. Memorial Day, if you're hurt, you're wounded, and you acquire any wound in the battle, or if you died in the battle, definitely that would be celebrated under U.S. Memorial Day. But if you are just a normal U.S. veteran, you did not serve in the wartime, but they still died after you served in the U.S. Military, that's going to be celebrated in the U.S. Veteran Day. So that's the difference between the two. So I hope that would be clear to all of you guys. And another question that I got here, is it okay to say Happy Memorial Day? That's a tricky question, right? Because it's holiday, so we should be happy. However, I would say no. Don't get me wrong on that. That's my perspective. Because I'm sure you don't wish anyone Happy Memorial Day, right? I mean, are you going to say Happy Memorial Day if someone of your family member left you behind, So it was established as a way for the country to set aside time to honor the troops who have given their lives in the service to America. And the intention, that's the reason why I said it's not okay to say it Happy Memorial Day, because it is often a solemn day of remembrance. Although our intentions might be well-meaning, meaning to say we just want them to be happy, it may be insensitive to wish a happy day if they're grieving the loss of their loved ones. So that's what I said earlier, right? It's not okay to say happy Memorial Day if you are longing for your loved ones who lost or you lost already your loved ones. So that's my take. But you can say other words aside from the happy Memorial Day. Like I would say thank you for making this day possible, or you can say like you and your service are so important to me, so thank you so much. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of a lot of statement that you can say in order for you to say how valuable they are to us. And even a moment of silence would definitely help you a lot. And there are many ways to show respect on Memorial Day. So let me share with you some that I consolidated from different creators. So there are, I would say, more than 20 ways for you to celebrate and to show your respect, of course, with the US Memorial Day. The first one that I got on the list is display the American flag. So if you can do that, displaying the American flag is a tradition on patriotic holidays like Memorial Day, and it's a great way to show your patriotism on Memorial Day as well. So it's a sign of respect for the country and those who have fought for it. So that's one thing that you can do. And if you can also attend a memorial service, so many communities hold memorial service on Memorial Day to honor those who have passed away. So if you can attend, that would be great help as well. You can spend, these kind of services are typically held in churches or other places of worship on Memorial Day weekend. And you can also have, this is no pay at all, because you can have a moment of silence. So since, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually celebrate that one at 3 p.m. on Memorial Day, you can take a moment of silence to remember the fallen. So this is very traditional that date back on the end of World War I. So this kind of moment of silence is a sign of respect for those who have lost their lives in the battle. Or another thing is the normal way, like you can visit a cemetery or any memorial, places. So this is a great way to pay your respects to fallen soldiers and their families. So you can also do that. You can even, bring flowers or wreaths at the sides. That would be pretty sweet. And you can attend Memorial Day parade. Yeah, there is a Memorial Day parade also. You can do that. These parades are typically held in towns and cities across America on Memorial Day weekend. So a great way to show support for the men and women who have served our country or United States of America. And if you want to spend a close knit or close ties with your family, you can actually host a barbecue or picnic with your friends and family along the sea. That's pretty nice. So this is a fun way to spend time with your loved ones while you're also honoring our military members. So if you can include patriotic foods like hot dogs and apple pie, that would be great as well. So remembering them. And if you are stuck at home, you cannot go out due to some reasons, you can also watch a Memorial Day movie. There are great films that tell the stories of our fallen soldiers. So right now, you can use the internet for it. Netflix, anything. It's not hard for you to check already what kind of movies are really could give you a grasp for Memorial Day. So I'm not sure if you guys I've watched this multiple movies multiple times. Multiple movies multiple times. Saving Private Ryan and Pearl Harbor. This kind of movies would really remind us. You know, my husband really loved this movie. So I don't know how many times we watched this kind of movie, but definitely it's a great watch. And you can also listen to, if you love music, then you can also listen to some patriotic music like the Star Spangled Banner, God Bless America, those kind of music. And if you are also guys into reading, just like me, you can also read a book about the military or American history. So there are a lot of things that you can read about, learning about the sacrifices made by our military members. Yeah. Example of the books, let me see. You can actually check like the things that they carried, flag of our fathers. Those are very excellent choices. You can also do that one, guys. The things they carried, it's actually about, if I'm not mistaken, the author for that one is Steve O'Brien, and the flags of our fathers, that's James Bradley. You can also, you can read those books. And if you have extra money, you wanna, if you can, spare your blessings, you can also donate to a veterans charity. So this is also another way to support those who have served in our country. So charities that would include like the veterans of foreign wars. So you can actually research and check what other charities that you could offer, or share your blessings. And you can also have a picnic, lunch at the park, nearest park. You can do that, or watch the National Memorial Day concert. So there are concerts, a lot of concerts actually during this U.S. Memorial Day. Normally it's in a weekend, and you can watch, or if you have time as well, if you can visit one of the local museums, that would relate you with an exhibit about American history and the military. That's one thing also, guys, especially if you are younger, you're not familiar what really happens that day, that year, and you want to reminisce what really happened. Why is it what we're celebrating this kind of event? So you can check about the World War and the National World War Museum and Memorial in Kansas City, Missouri. It's a great option. So if you can do that, that would be great. And if you have children, they're not fully aware, they're just asking you, Mom, Dad, why is it that we're celebrating Memorial Day? You're not actually in the service. So why are we doing that? Or why are we doing that? So it's important, of course, that we need to teach the younger generation about this holiday and what it stands for. It's for them to know that their freedom, we owe this one to those fallen American soldiers and personnel. So they have to, they have to be fully aware how valuable this one to them. And if this is also, guys, a very noble thing to do, because aside for those who have fallen, also we have an active, right? We have an active soldiers right now. If you want to send a care package to a deployed soldier, that would be great, because you are going to give them your support for our troops who are away from home. So if you can give them like snacks, anything that could I'm sure they missed their family very, very much. And you can say thank you to a veteran. If you have a neighbor who is a veteran, you can actually say thank you to them. Other way, you can also wear something with red, white, and blue card. It's the color of the flag. So you can also do that one. If you can have that one with a poppy, the flower, you can also do that. If you are good in decorations, another way to show your patriotism on Memorial Day or any day, you can actually decorate your home with the flags, banners, and other patriotic items. You can do that, and you can You can plant also a tree or garden in order for a fallen soldier. So there are a lot of things. You can even go for a hike or a walk in the nature while remembering those who are fallen. So there are a lot of ways, by the way, in order for you to show your respect on Memorial Day. So I hope that I give you a hint what is a US Memorial Day, and later at 3 p.m. US time, everyone would actually bow their head, be in silent, and you can join them because this is very crucial to them. And I'm happy that I was able to share this knowledge to you guys. And thank you so much, mga ka-ELV, for sharing your time and listening on my very first Random Talk podcast with Ann Labajo Vlog. So again, this is Ann Labajo Vlog, the Everyone's channel. Don't forget, always trust the process. Thank you so much, mga ka-ELV!